Alright, the rusty Dodge has gotten some paint on it today. This is the one that I did the bedside repairs on and the outer wheel tubs. Went ahead and painted it today. It's been painted and cleared. I got 3 good coats of clear on it. It's not perfect, but came out pretty decent. Like I said in the other video, I'm by no means a body guy, and I've probably only painted 3 or 4 times with base clear, so don't have a ton of experience with this stuff, but I learn as I go. Couple lessons in this one is we're using the cheap Harbor Freight paint gun to spray our primer, and I was having trouble with it laying it out nice and flat. It kept wanting to spit and sputter. Well, we sanded all that out with 600 grit, and when I did that, it still had some little divots. When we went back and sanded it more, seemed like it was pretty smooth. Well, it still wasn't smooth enough. So on our first coat of the base, you could see that kind of divots in the primer. So we really needed to sand that out more, and did at that point, but we could have sanded it even more. But basically the lesson is to kind of stop when your gun's sputtering, even with primer. On the base clear coat, I ended up borrowing a paint gun from my buddy. He does paint and body work, so I used his paint gun for all of this, and it worked flawlessly. Had I had that during the primer, it would have came out a little better, but that's a nice thing with base clears. Even when that happened, you can go back and sand it all out and still make it look good, but kind of a lesson there. My experience with the Harbor Freight guns is, seems like you get one good use out of them, and then they start acting up after that, even with cleaning them and everything. I've heard there's a lot of plastic parts in them that swell up. Seems to be the case, but I'm not quite sure, but pretty happy with this. I didn't get any runs or really any hiccups in the shooting the base clear, but there's a few little specks if you look closely right there, here and there in it, and we didn't get the bed sides perfectly straight, but they're pretty decent. And I was really, like I said, not trying to make this thing perfect. This bed corner here was pretty caved in. We stud gunned that out and hammered and dollied it and made it look way better. But yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with it. Once this sets up a little more, finishes drying, I'm gonna go ahead and probably wet sand it a little bit, probably buff it once and call it good. Probably do the same over here, just to help blend it a little bit. But yeah, overall it came out pretty well. Definitely takes a lot more time. Like I said, the metal work only took me a weekend, a Saturday and a Sunday, but the paint work, I've worked on it Monday, Tuesday, not Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But that was about 3 to 4 hours each day. So definitely takes some time, but hey, this thing was all rotted out right here, so I mean, it's gonna look pretty damn good in comparison to what it did. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Total investment with the, I'd say with the paint, the primer, the clear, the hardener, and then just basic materials of all the sandpaper and everything, I had right around $600 to $650 and everything. And I bought a half a gallon of paint and 2 quarts of clear, but ended up having a little bit left over. I think I'm gonna do the rockers and the cap corners at a later date, so I should have enough to do that. But overall, came out pretty good, and if you have any questions, just comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.